Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. We're the Obsolete Punks. I'm Gandhi, joined by Opsonix.
No.
Yamit! And Hood.
What?
We are gathering here tonight to check out the new Propagandhi single, Cat Guy. Pretty damn excited to listen to this with all you guys. I know I've listened to it just a couple times, so this will be my third listen or so. Don't know about y'all, but I'm excited to get into this. Anybody got anything they want to drop on us before we hit play?
Same place, only 2 times for me. So
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I think
Fly
this might
away.
Well,
this might be like my fourth, but yeah, trying to keep it fresh.
Yeah, totally. I was trying to get a feel for the lyrics so I could break them down a little bit on this listen. But yeah, I was trying not to overdo it for sure because I'm so fucking stoked about this album dropping.
Hell yeah, yeah.
yeah, I get it.
Alrighty, let's jump into it then.
All right.
If baby Hitler and your family dog were both found drowning in a lake, and you could only rescue one, because, well, that's never really been explained. Which pitiful creature would you condemn? Which of God's children would you save? And only when you stagger back to shore will you be apprised of your unforgivable mistake. There's someone in the future wishing upon a future star, then they can travel back in time to precisely where you are. Sitting here bored, completely senseless, wishing you were somewhere else. Some phony brighter future, nostalgic story that we tell. I'm searching for the patterns in the noise. I'm paradolic. I'm seeing faces in the void. And in the void behind this face, the fragments falling into place. The lifeless children lined up on a sheet interrupts the revelry. Suddenly it all seems very clear, like I'm in a frontier town tableau. Abandoned home for all ye who enter here. Time to come to terms with mankind's default mode. I'll grab announcements, render patently absurd, by just the gentle prodding of a Bobby's universe. So tell me, which pitiful creature would you condemn? Which of God's children would swim. Always been a cat guy anyways.
Well, in the words of Chris Hanna himself, "Ugh." Let's throw it over to Opsonix first.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, this is probably my fourth time listening to this song, and second time checking it out with the video. But this is the first time I realized the video had lyrics, so that helped a lot.
That is funny.
So yeah, that helped a lot. The lyrics are just fucking amazing on this. Just like anything else they do, pretty much. I will say it's not as instrumentally, let's say, fun as At Peace. Like that guitar working at Peace is just fucking fire.
Yep.
But still enjoy the hell out of it. I'd give that one, I'm saying probably about 79.
Very nice. Good.
Good.
Mm.
The one lyric, like right at the beginning, where I can't remember exactly how it's worded, but basically, would you save either the baby Hitler or the dog? Everybody's kind of thought of a similar question to that in their own minds and pondered it. But Propagandhi has this special ability to kind of make you think more about it, like deeper. I can't really put it into words. I can't explain it, but they just you've thought about that situation before. Like, oh, who would you say? What would you do? But just how they put it in lyrics, they're just better at it. Anyways, that opening riff though, it's to kind of steal a word from you there, Lossie, that I know you use quite often, is like menacing. And like it's meaningful. Like you could tell that something meaningful was coming right behind that fucking intro.
Right.
And it absolutely was, for sure. Technically sound and tight song, for sure. It again, like you said, Peyton, not as entertaining, I guess, if you want to call that, as that piece. This was my third time listening to it, and I can already say that it is much more enjoyable. This is the third time around that I enjoyed it than the first time.
Yeah.
That outro fucking hit a lot harder than I remember at all the first two times listening. Super, super good. So I can just see this one getting a little better, but it's a lot more mid tempo. It's actually the first lyric in the song. I can't remember what it was, but or the vocals. It didn't even sound like Chris singing right off the bat there. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
I'll have to pay
again.
attention to that. Yeah, next time I go back and listen.
I was like, who the fuck is this? But anyways, yeah.
It has
I'm
been
gonna
8 years.
go. Yeah. I am gonna go with a 77 and expecting that to climb.
Here. What you got, Yamit?
I'm going to teach you how to piss off Propagandhi fans right now. This is the third time I've heard this song, and I like it less every time I hear it. I really think they did a really good job with like musical composition as a whole. I mean, like guitars are great, the drums are great, and all that. But as far as like flow of the song, I enjoy it less and less the more I hear it. Sorry, fans. 61 for me.
There are some of those in the mix.
Yeah,
Absolutely
that's
right.
fine. I'd rather you be honest about it than blow smoke up Propagandhi's ass. Blow smoke up my ass, Tim.
Yeah,
Just be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Lost to Gandhi. You know.
You just lost to Gandhi.
Well, I'm kind of on the flip side. I find myself on my third listen here liking it more because I'm kind of wrapping my head around the musicality in the middle of it a little bit more. That was what was throwing me the first couple listens. That, yeah, like you said, Tim, it's a little choppy musically, but on a third listen, I can see how it's coming together. I'm getting a better understanding of that kind of middle riff. Obviously, the intro riff and the outro riff are just real straightforward, like fucking stank face personified kind of riffs. And I fucking love it. It goes so well with the cat video. I just don't know
Yeah.
why, but it's so good. Lyrically, I had no idea what was happening the first time I heard it, like whatsoever. I don't know if my expectation was literally going into it. I was like, oh, Chris is going to write a song about how he likes cats, kind of like there are other tracks where he's, kind of goofily telling you about things he loves. But we got something totally different here. And on this third listen, and then reading an article that with like a short little snippet from Chris about this song, it kind of started to come into focus more. Where the intro part about "Would you save Baby Hitler or a dog?" is Chris saying like we distract ourselves with these rhetorical, thought experiments when real world atrocities are happening all the fucking time that we're doing like almost nothing about.
Mhm.
And then to go on, kind of with the theme of that piece a little bit, where he's getting to the point towards the middle of the song where he's just like, he talks about mankind's default mode, people in the future, wishing on a star that they could come back to this time when we're like, yeah, there's the future is going to be fucking bleak is basically what he's saying there. And mankind's default mode is just this, like, are we ever going to do any better than this? And then to wrap it all up with saying, "Oh, I'm a cat guy." It's kind of like I'm persona non grata. I'm just going to step away from all this madness because you start to realize how hard you work at it and how little it changes. You're just going to be like, I'm just going to go the other party over here. I'll be over there.
Yeah, it kind of seems to be that theme with that piece as well, in a sense too.
Mm-hmm. So this one for me, yeah, I'm going to give it room to grow for sure. But after 3 listens, it's starting to creep up there a little bit. So I'm going to go 81 here, and I think I could see it coming up on subsequent listens.
Very nice. So 75 overall.
Right?
Good.
I don't know if everyone can hear it, but I think my cat likes this song.
I can hear your cat. That's what I'm laughing
about. Could not be better timing.
Right.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Well, thanks guys for sitting down and listening to this track with me together. Glad we did that. Thanks everybody who's checking us out on YouTube. Thanks everybody on Twitch. Cannot fucking wait for this album to drop. We'll see you then.
Yeah.
You then.